Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses.
What up, though? It's that nigga Mom, man. We about to react to top 20 more times Karen's ruined their own lives. I ain't see the first video, but I just want to see some racist motherfuckers ruin their life. So I was like, fuck it, let me look up a video. And this was the shortest video I seen. So it's a lot of these motherfuckers that fuck up their lives because it's hour-long videos and shit. And I'm just not about to look at that unless y'all want me to watch an hour-long video of Karen's ruin their fucking lives. But before we get into it, like, subscribe, and share so we can get to that 100K today. Let's get right into this.
Ruined their own lives.
Oh, and it's going to be on Watch Mojo, so let's get right into it.
Where it picked up steam almost immediately, with some offering support and others quickly working to track down the woman they labeled as a Karen.
For this list, we'll be looking at even more incidents of the rudest, most obnoxious, and most entitled people that got some delightful karma in return for their terrible actions. Who's the most famous Karen in the world? Let us know below. Number 20, horse hitter. Karens have a habit of punching down to make themselves feel superior. And Sarah Moulds went a step further in 2021 when she took part in the Cottesmore Hunt in England. When attempting to get her horse, named Bruce Almighty, into a trailer, Moulds was filmed hitting and kicking the animal in frustration. Once the video found its way to the internet, it all went very wrong for Moulds. On top of being booted from her volunteer role,
And you know these motherfucking white people ain't playing by no fucking animals. They is not playing.
at a pony club and future hunt events, Moulds also lost her job as a school teacher and was investigated by the animal charity RSPCA. She was charged with animal cruelty, but found not guilty in 2023.
Okay. At least you were found not guilty, but she went through hell though. Lost her job and everything. A career, fuck job. She lost a career.
Number 19, Mace Malice. In 2020, after a cop spotted her driving erratically and indicated she should stop, Karina Weymouth Bell eventually halted on an off-ramp and proceeded to make her situation a million times worse.
Idaho State Police say 21-year-old Karina Weymouth Bell was swerving in and out of traffic on I-84 on Friday.
Weymouth Bell jumped out of her car and approached the officer with a mace canister in her hand. After pushing the cop's car door into him and believing her intimidation tactic worked, Weymouth Bell went back to her car.
That's when Weymouth Bell aggressively approached the trooper, pointed a can of mace at him, and slammed the trooper's door.
With this opportunity, the officer fired a taser, dropping her to the concrete. After being taken to the hospital,
She was dope. That's straight concrete, face first. Let's go back. That's face first.
Pointed a can of mace at him and slammed the trooper's door.
With this opportunity, the officer fired a taser, dropping her to the concrete. After being taken to the hospital to treat her injuries, Weymouth Bell was arrested on several charges, including assault and battery on a cop, possessing substances.
That's what they do though. They jump out the car. We ain't doing that shit. No matter how fucking pissed we is, we gonna be in that bitch. All the pissivity gonna leave as soon as we hear this out. Oh shit, they behind me.
And driving without a license. Number 18, California consequences. It's bonkers that Karens think spouting racism publicly is okay and nothing will happen to them. In 2021, a Twitter user known as M posted about an incident she experienced in Brentwood, California. M said she was minding her own business on a street when a man came out of his house and began harassing her.
And that's wild, you know, to live in a world where motherfuckers just can't be minding their business and you come fuck with them. Why you gotta go fuck with somebody? That shit just never made sense to me. Motherfuckers minding their own business and you decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna go fuck with them. That's the wildest shit.
No one's gonna pay attention to you. Because you're dumb.
She started filming and his bigoted views soon tumbled out. Later identified as Michael Dawson, he criticized her colored hair and threw in some anti-Asian insults mixed with misogyny.
I can record you dumb bitch. I can record you too.
What a treasure. As the video spread,
In the back of his mind, if she was Asian, he probably like, oh, she probably eat dogs and shit, you know, and I don't know what the fuck was going on through his head.
Dawson's employers, real estate company Beach City Brokers, soon saw it and made a public statement that he'd been fired for his offensive rants.
Yeah, we live with these.
EVE Online is a vast universe.
Number 17, Halifax Horror. We've all drunk too much at some point and done silly things. It happens. But Justine Morrison couldn't blame the beverages for her atrocious behavior in 2023.
Oh my God, you must be so proud. Oh, you're working on a door.
After getting rowdy on a night out at a bar in Halifax, England, Morrison was...
That's hilarious because that's like, what movie was that? Knocked Up. When the lady's like, you're a doorman. She's like, she kind of had a similar, like, silky shirt to it. Like, you're a doorman.
escorted from the establishment by the doorman, Dolly Wiley. When outside, Morrison argued sarcastically with Wiley and spat racial insults at him, using the term black with a sneer. Unsurprisingly, she was banned from the bar permanently.
You
Right.
black
Thanks, lads.
man.
Thanks, lads.
Black.
That video is
That's
good.
why you get a name.
After the incident gained attention, her employer, Shine Theater Arts, fired her from her part-time accountancy role. Morrison was also arrested and handed a police caution as long as she accepted responsibility and took part.
Yeah, they need to have that shit over here, nigga. Motherfuckers do that shit, spout that bullshit, and get their ass locked up they disrespecting motherfuckers. If it's like, it'd be like that, I bet a lot of the motherfuckers wouldn't be doing that bullshit. But it's free over here. You free to be fucking racist.
In a restorative justice program. Number 16, unsolicited opinions. Some people love giving you their opinion when you don't want or need it. In 2021, teenager Mia was enjoying the weather with friends at a beach in Fort Collins, Colorado. Well, Logan Dorn didn't like this.
Young guys into consideration, they don't need to see pornography right in
We're
front
not
of
coming
us.
up to you, bothering you. Please go away.
You're flaunting your
I'm
stuff.
not flaunting anything.
I mean, okay, they probably being sexual because the normalcy of being a fucking whore is just wild. You know what I'm saying? The normalcy of it nowadays is wild. And they don't care if kids around and all that shit. So I can kind of feel this Karen a little bit, but you know, I'll probably just be like, kids, don't look over there. Some shit.
Don't look at me.
He decided to tell them their bathing costumes were explicit and used his Christian faith to try and shame them. After Mia released her video on the incident, Dorn made a video explaining his actions and regretted them. Kidding. He doubled down and claimed
This look like my coworker that moved over to the Philippines. This is funny.
he was filled with righteous anger over their outfits, which is weird.
In that moment, just a righteous anger of to defend and protect young eyes came.
It is, I feel them. I feel them on this Karen shit. They downplaying the religious viewpoint, but it is something called decency. So I don't think he deserved a Karen title so much. He just religious, very religious, and he sees kids around and all that shit. And like I said, the normalcy of being a slut bucket nowadays is just crazy.
Over me. And so I just started to speak truth that, hey, you know, what you're wearing is not okay, that you can't find your worth in your body.
Dorn's employers, the Christian building company Mighty Hand Construction, released a statement condemning his behavior and fired him after a brief investigation into his harassment.
Talking about harassment, it is what it is. Some motherfuckers out here just fucked up, and you can't correct them. We live, that's what America is. And a lot of shit over in the other countries, like we just seen that lady, she said some bullshit to like black. She ain't even say nigger. I don't think so. They said she said black in a derogatory way, like black man, and that shit, and yeah, she got jail time. So they need that shit over here, correction on certain motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Number 15, underground ignorance. There aren't many that enjoy being on the underground in London. Commuters want to get through it with minimal fuss and go about their days.
The lady from fucking Adam's Family. I can't think
Well,
of her.
Jacqueline Woodhouse wasn't going to allow anyone an easy ride.
It's right there at the tip of my brain.
In 2012,
Woodhouse's outrageous behaviour was filmed by a passenger who protested.
What you say?
I'm sorry, that shit lingering on my brain. What the fuck? The mama from fucking Alabama. I'm sorry, y'all. Morticia. That's what it is. Morticia Adams. That's what she looked like. I'm sorry. That shit was on the tip of my brain. As soon as I started to get ready to type it in, it popped up. You know, Morticia Adams. That's what she looked like.
Yeah, what you saying? So keep your mouth shut then.
the intoxicated Woodhouse went on a massive racist tirade at anyone on the tube that didn't appear white. She claimed the country had been overtaken, uttered various stereotypes, and threatened people with violence.
I think Jackie Woodhouse got off pretty lightly, actually. I just hope she can learn from this and hope she change her ways, and whether it will change her views, I don't know.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got to try Otter. Here's how it works. Let's say I'm in class. I just hit record and add...
On top of losing her job over this event, Woodhouse, who was involved in a similar incident in 2008, was arrested and sentenced up to 21 weeks in jail for her racially charged harassment. Number 14. Anarchy with the monarchy. Being anti-monarchy is okay in this day and age, but perhaps taking your royal rage out on a toddler isn't going to influence people to your views. In 2016, Angela Gibbons, a senior manager at the charity The British Council, decided to slander Prince George in a Facebook post that drew a lot of attention from the media. Since Queen Elizabeth II was a patron of the charity at the time, the firm fired Gibbons for the scandal. She took the British Council to a tribunal for unfair dismissal against a Republican stance. However, Gibbons' case was dismissed since she insulted a child publicly. Number 13. Banking Karen. In 2021, with the pandemic in full effect, many establishments required folk to wear a face mask inside, which was understandable. But Terry Wright wasn't doing that at a Bank of America branch in Galveston, Texas. Even after being offered...
Honestly, I ain't wear no mask during the whole COVID either. It was optional here in Michigan, where you could, but you had to do the 6 feet.
One by the employees, she remained adamant and refused to leave. So the cops arrived.
Businesses have the right to refuse service, even if you're not wearing a mask. That's their choice. Awesome. Well, you need to go and get a mask and then take your money out.
But Wright wrongly believed she was on public property.
It's not. This a Karen too, because I'm not about to go through all that shit with the police, but I feel her on that shit. Matter of fact, yeah, I feel her. I gotta get some bread, but in the same sense, I'm not about to be waiting for the police. I'm like, all right.
And wouldn't exit. Seeing no option, the officer arrested her. Amazingly, Wright was heard on the body cam yelling it was police brutality, only for jaded customers to counter that it wasn't.
Not relaxed at all.
Wright even did something similar days later at an Office Depot in Texas City. For her bank statement, she received...
She stayed doing it. She tripping. Yeah, she a Karen. Yeah, I wrongfully judged.
12 days in prison for trespassing and resisting arrest. Number 12. Teacher of disrespect. This might surprise some Karens, but there are many religions in the world. Just because you happen to follow one doesn't mean you can be disrespectful to those who follow another. In 2022, Muslim students were praying in a room at Franklin Academy in Pembroke Pines, Florida.
The video starts with tranquil music and two boys reciting an Islamic prayer.
In a video they recorded, an unidentified teacher walked in and interrupted what she distastefully described as magic. As well as blowing a whistle and mentioning Jesus, the terrible teacher stood on a prayer mat and on one of the students' hands. This hateful act didn't sit well with the school, which fired the teacher.
The name of that teacher has not been released, but she lost her job.
Number 11. Mask tyranny. Some Karen politicians think the rules don't apply to them. Unfortunately for their egos, they very much do. In 2021, Alaska State Senator Laura Reinbold, who has a history of spreading pandemic misinformation and labeling mask mandates as tyranny, was recorded arguing with Alaska Airlines employee over their face covering rule.
I feel her on this shit, man. Like, you know, some of these people they're calling it, you know, they got reason to believe, because it was bullshit. It was a whole placebo effect, and y'all mentally fell for it. Whatever, but I ain't about to get deep.
To such an extent that the police stepped in. After the incident, Reinbold was banned by Alaska Airlines. This was a problem since they were the only company that made regular trips to the state's capital, Juneau, where Reinbold needed to vote and do her job.
Alaska Airlines is the only carrier that flies from her home district near Anchorage to the state capital in Juneau. Reinbold will now drive hundreds of miles into Canada and take a 5-hour ferry, a journey she documented on Facebook.
As such, she asked to be excused from attending the Senate until a later date. Her request was granted. Number 10, Tram Karen. Public transport seems to bring out the worst in some Karen.
Yeah, all that, damn, she got a no flight. She can't even get on she can get on a plane, but not from that motherfucking airport, so that's wild.
In 2011, Emma West sat on a train in Croydon, England, with a child balanced on her lap. For some reason, she went off on a tirade of abuse to other passengers, such as claiming one person wasn't British since they were black. Yikes.
Just let you lot come over. So what? So what? Yes, so what? Yes, my country. Nothing.
West was soon arrested for verbally abusing people. However, due to her lawyer's arguing she was unfit to stand trial because of a history of violent episodes, she wasn't sentenced until 2013, when she received a 24-month community order.
We don't tolerate racism within the rail infrastructure, but
that's what's up. They don't tolerate that shit over there. Over here, it's embedded. It's the blood of this country. They love it.
I would like to urge the travelling public that this is a rare event, and it's representative of a very, very small minority of people.
West was also struck off as a nurse by the General Dental Council for bringing the profession into disrepute. Number 9, Vicious Vacation. Most people relax on the beach on vacation, perhaps enjoying a book and a cocktail in the sun, but not Adam Katsavelos. In 2018, the South African was holidaying in Greece when he recorded a video of himself ranting with some slurs, stating it was heaven on earth since there were no black people there. Wow.
You hear Adam expressing his delight that there are no black people around, even using the K word to convey his satisfaction.
Unsurprisingly, people were furious. The backlash caused a boycott of Katsavelos' family business, forcing them to fire him. Even Nike had to make a statement as Katsavelos' wife worked for them. To make matters worse, he had to face legal action. In 2020, after pleading guilty to crimen injuria, Katsavelos was sentenced to a $3,300 fine.
Man, that's what I was saying.
Or 2 years in jail. Both options suspended.
$3,300 fine with 2 years in jail. Of course, he's gonna pay that $3,300.
Suspended for 5 years.
I'm hopeful that in making this acknowledgement and apology, I will be forgiven and be able to restore my confidence and participate.
Do that sound sincere?
In all aspects of life in South Africa, including the building of social cohesion.
Number 8, not learning a lesson. Getting fired from her job at Rent Me Superstore in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for a racist rant at a customer wasn't enough for Tara Lynn Belcher in 2015. Nope, she needed to do more. For some reason.
According to a Myrtle Beach police report, it was 28-year-old Tara Belcher seen on this video yelling racial slurs.
Upon leaving the shop, an unidentified man who had witnessed the event followed her outside, recording her on his phone to shame her online later. Later, Belcher claimed the man attacked her. However, as the police investigated, they found a very different story.
And once they seen the video, they seen that story that she told them was not the truth.
Belcher uttered several racial slurs at the man and then spat at him. He retaliated with a slap before a scuffle broke out between them. Belcher was soon arrested for assault, battery, and possession of banned substances. Number 7, Brooklyn Karen. Some Karens don't take a moment to check they have all the correct information. In 2021, author Frederick Joseph and his fiancée were walking their dog in a Brooklyn dog park. Suddenly, they were approached by Emma Sarley, who mixed up their dog with another that barked a lot. She then told him to stay in his hood.
She's like, "You're not from around here. Go back to your hood. Stay in your hood. Stay in your hood." So I'm like, "Stay in my hood," right? Like, you're being racist right now.
Yikes. When Joseph began recording her, Sarley pretended that didn't happen and tried to twist it that they were telling her that. Joseph then got support from witness Steve Tracy, who confirmed she had told the couple to stay in their hood.
You were right here and watched this entire thing. Did she just not stand here and tell us to stay in our hood?
She did. Yeah, as those words were coming out and things started to unfold, it was pretty obvious to me, like, this is not okay.
Sarley even tried to grab the phone. Soon after the story broke, software company Bevy fired Sarley for her racist harassment.
Get your ass fired.
Number 6.
That's the great one. The white dude showed up like, yeah, you said he came out of nowhere. Yeah, you said that shit. I heard you say it. You told them to go to their hood.
Fresh Ken. In theory, lawyers should be a model of justice and fairness, but that's definitely not the case for Aaron Schlossberg. With a history of bigoted behavior, in 2018, Schlossberg lost it at Fresh Kitchen in New York City after he was recorded ranting at staff for speaking Spanish and accusing them of being in the U.S. illegally.
He probably loves this shit from Trump right now. Right.
Your staff is speaking Spanish to customers when they should be speaking English.
A shouting tirade right in the middle of a Manhattan restaurant.
Every person I listen to, you spoke it, she's speaking it, is America.
The community had some fun with him afterward by sending, among other things, a mariachi band to perform outside his work. Soon after, Schlossberg was evicted from his office space by the landlord, and businesses cut ties with his law firm.
This message that we're sending to him is not just to him, it's to every single person in America, every single racist that thinks they can openly attack our communities. Man, there's going to be a response.
Shout out to the organizers, because I'll be looking like, man, as far as protesting and whatever the fuck, man, how the fuck do you put this type of shit together? You know what I'm saying?
In 2020, after being brought up on charges by the Attorney Grievance Committee, officials heavily criticized his behavior and believed the public shame was punishment enough. Number 5, fired up. Not many Karens have resisted arrest in such a dramatic fashion. In 2023, Jennifer Holder allegedly dined and dashed at a restaurant at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport.
There's somebody else.
After attempting to go through a secure door to escape staff, causing the police to respond, Holder grabbed a fire extinguisher and went on a spray-a-thon through the terminal. No one was exempt from Holder's rampage. Cops, security, flight staff, and even passengers were all engulfed in foam. Three flight staff had to get medical treatment due to breathing issues from the harsh chemicals. Even when the cops arrested her, Holder wasn't done and spat and kicked them. She was charged with several crimes, including battery, assault, and resisting arrest. Number 4, rape.
That's the most insane one so far. I don't know yet because we ain't get to number 1, but that's the most insane one yet.
Javrapkin. In 2020, many across the U.S. protested the murder of George Floyd. One such protest was organized by teenager Eric Lucas in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, lawyer Stephanie Rapkin wasn't letting that happen and parked her car in the march's path.
The situation unfolded after witnesses say 64-year-old Stephanie Rapkin parked her vehicle on Oakland Avenue, blocking the rally.
After pleading with her to move the vehicle, Rapkin spat at Lucas. During a pandemic. After being arrested and released the following day, protesters arrived at her home to write outside with chalk. Rapkin was detained again after attacking one of them. In 2023, she was given the option of 60 days in jail or probation with 100 hours of community.
This type of shit, bro, like, we not getting away with this, bro. This why, like, with this Karen shit, them losing jobs and shit, I like that, but they still, you know, can prevail and shit, you know. But when they doing crimes like this, where it's assault and they attacking cops and shit, come on now. That can't be us. shit, we can't be in the kitchen cooking when they come in the crib, nigga. And they ask you to turn the motherfucking hot water off, and you go to cut it off, they shoot your ass, saying you motherfucking trying to attack them. So it's just wild. This motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? In here, anybody get no time.
Service. Rapkin chose prison by claiming nobody would want her.
Rapkin's attorney asked for time served, saying his client suffered serious reputational harm. But his client
I would rather go to jail right now.
wasn't on the same page.
Number 3.
That motherfucker a gangster though. I ain't gonna lie, that's the most G'd up Karen ever though. She said, I'd rather do the time. Fuck y'all talking about.
Selfish in Singapore. In 2021, English-born Benjamin Glynn was on his way back from work in Singapore. With the nation having strict pandemic measures in place for mask wearing on public transport, you'd think he'd be sensible and wear one on the train.
Have you researched Bill Gates? Have you researched
But no. To him, masks are a hoax. After being filmed breaking the rules, Glynn was arrested for being a public nuisance.
Okay, where's this at? That was over. Where was that at?
This stopped him from returning to the UK with his family.
Oh, that's in the UK. See, over here, like I said, like it was still optional, and that shit was a hoax, and it's proven out through that list, but it's wild, man.
Which meant he lost out on a job he was set to start. Glynn was convicted for his procedure breaking and received a sentence of 6 weeks in prison.
6 weeks, okay.
However, he was released days later due to time served. The icing on the cake? Glynn was deported from Singapore. Number 2.
Oh, he was in Singapore.
Thieving and eating. It's one level of entitlement to steal items
Yeah,
from...
if you going somewhere else, nigga, and they tell you the rules, then why is you gonna play with them people? They tell you the rules, nigga. If you know the customs or whatever the fuck, don't fuck around. For real. I just wouldn't.
Your partner, but a whole other to grab jewelry that once belonged to his now deceased mother as a keepsake. In 2018, the police arrived in Troy, Michigan to find a very drunk Sylvia Hope Varellin refusing to leave her boyfriend's house and return some jewelry.
This dashcam video allegedly shows Sylvia Varellin in an apparent drunken fight.
No, you're idiot.
This battle started after Varellin's boyfriend called police, saying she wouldn't leave his house and stole jewelry from him.
And she didn't make it easy for the cops. Varellin punched them, kicked them, bit them, spat at them, and tried to grab an officer's firearm. Then it turned out Varellin had...
And that's crazy. This here in Michigan. Attacking Troy in a drunken tirade. Damn, I mean, being drunk, yeah, you're not yourself. So I know she woke up in that motherfucker like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Because that concrete probably was feeling like a fucking king-size mattress, queen-size mattress, nigga. You know, Serta memory foam up in that bitch laid. Woke up, looked at the ceiling, seen bars like, oh, she probably instantly started crying. Like, oh my God, oh my God. But whatever.
Swallowed her boyfriend's passed away mother's earrings.
In the booking process, she actually removed the earrings without knowledge of our staff, and she ingested them.
Police say Varellin was taken to the hospital where she threw up the earrings.
After being taken to the hospital to get the items back, gross, Varellin was charged with numerous crimes, including assaults and resisting arrest.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure...
Number 1. Bell Brood.
Okay.
The pandemic really gave Karens a new platform to show their terrible behavior. In 2021, Nordstrom Rack in Austin, Texas enforced...
The COVID Karens. That's what I want to... The COVID Karens reaction.
No mask, no entry rule. Cara Bell ignored this, claimed she was exempt, then barged into a changing cubicle.
While police were arriving, Bell was still inside the dressing room, refusing to come out.
Is that your clothes or is that theirs?
That's theirs.
Okay, I need you to take it off and put your clothes on.
Okay. Why?
Because they want for you to leave.
However,
that was scary. the way she just came out, that looked like some horror movie shit. How she's smiling. Like
refusing to come out.
Is that
right here.
your clothes or is that theirs? That's theirs. Okay, I need you to take it off and put your clothes on. Okay. Why? Because they want for you to leave.
However, when she left, the police were waiting. Belle was belligerent to the officers and acted as if she knew more about the law than they did. She then attempted to use her faith to claim the rules don't apply to her. With no patience remaining, the cops arrested her.
The CDC just released.
Oh yeah. They're like, CDC, fuck all that. You going to jail.
Oh my gosh.
CDC,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Belle was handed a citation and banned from the store for at least a year. She was also running to be on the Travis County School Board, but that didn't pan out after all this drama.
Did you...
Yeah, so with that being said, dog, that's a crazy ass video, man. They motherfucking was crazy Karens, during COVID. So this the COVID Karens, video. So with that being said, like and subscribe so we hit that 100K today. Stay peaceful, productive, and positive. It's that nigga Mom, and much love.
Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses that comfort them with torment snoring. Like you in your own home with a home phone. I'm on like E.T., got a phone home past the moon. It's not a movie, I'm about to fly past it soon. Spirit